Hello guys, today we're going to be doing a video on ARK Survival Evolved using a variety of GPUs, but we're going to be starting it off with a GTX 750 Ti and a Ryzen 700X. So today during the Xbox event, they announced ARK 2 and they made the first ARK free to claim for a week. So the game is free right now, 100% off for a full week. I thought it would probably be a good time to go ahead and cover the rest of the GPUs. I'm not going to be doing the RTX 3060 Ti like I normally do, but that's because I've already done a full video with that card on this game, and it's very recent. I did it like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And yeah, if you like what you see, then make sure to subscribe because we are on our way to hit 700 subs. We are playing the game at 1080p low, and those animations look like they're running at 10 FPS. That's crazy. His tail is moving in like 4 FPS. It's so buggy. So the default preset for low has a resolution scale set to 50%, which is not 1080p. So we're not following the full preset, we're playing at 1080p, but everything else is set to low. Oh, I did save. Okay, this is 900p now. I am forced to play in borderless window mode for this GPU specifically, because when I play in full screen, the game just bugs out and all the colors look off. It looks like a dying GPU, to be honest. But we know it's not going to affect our FPS too much, maybe a 1 or 2 FPS decrease by playing in borderless. So just keep that in mind and see if the FPS is much better, because we know even at 900p, once you get to the trees and the bushy area, we fall down to the 30s, even the high 20s at times. So you can play like this, I guess. It's still playable technically, but the mouse movement feels very laggy and the animations feel very choppy as well. It's not bad at 40 FPS, but the game looks abysmal. It looks so bad, but it is technically playable still. Now what I want to do is I want to play on the medium preset, just because medium looks far better than playing on low. 720p. I don't know why there's saving. There we go. Okay, medium settings. Oh my god, medium is not playable at all even at 720p. But it looks much better, as you can see. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the GTX 1050 Ti now. Alright, jumping up to the GTX 1050 Ti now. And wow, we're only getting 50 FPS at low settings. That's kind of crazy. This game still runs poorly. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how it runs with the 3080. Hopefully we can actually play at max settings at 4K. But with the 3060 Ti, I think we're getting like 30 FPS, 20 FPS at 4K max. So don't think we're going to be getting 60 FPS with that. Oh, that's creepy. Okay, leave me alone, please. Now playing at 45 FPS, the game feels quite good. Doesn't feel that laggy at all. The mouse movement feels fine. There's a bit of acceleration, it feels like, when I turn. It just keeps going for a little bit, but other than that, the actual game feels fine. It doesn't look the best, but still. And once we jump up to medium, we'd fall down into the 20s, the low 20s, getting 24, 23 FPS. But the game looks much, much, much better. This is how the game should look by default, to be honest, on low, but I guess low is set for like really low-end hardware, just to make the game somewhat playable. 900p, the game looks way more pixelated on medium settings than low settings. It looks way different. A bit blurry as well in the distance. But our FPS is much, much better. We're getting 37 FPS here. Let's walk back into the jungle and see. Okay, we're getting 30 FPS now. It definitely does feel stuttery at times, especially when I pan the camera too quickly. But normally, it feels fine. Alright, we're jumping back into it with the GTX 1060 now. We're going to be playing the game at medium settings. Hopefully we can run the game at medium settings. I would hope so with a 1060. You know, I think it's still a low to mid-range card at this point. In the jungle we're getting 50, low 50s, sometimes 60s as well. Stay away from me, please. Stay away from me. Medium settings is like the bare minimum, I think, for this game. Low settings just looks really bad. It ruins the look of the game completely. The game runs fine. 50 FPS is good enough. Can't really complain. Don't kill me, please. Looks like I'm gonna get killed. Getting some stutters here and there, but for the most part, the mouse movement feels fine. Game itself feels fine. Should we try max settings out? Play at Epic. The bar wasn't even maxed out. Why is the bar not maxed out at Epic? Oh my god, this looks so laggy. 30 FPS at Epic settings. Whoa, that motion blur is insanely bad. Okay, let's go turn that off. There we go. Okay, Epic settings. Let me know if you think this looks better than medium, because I mean, it's mainly in the reflections, it feels like. This definitely looks much better than medium, but everything else looks very similar. Lost about 20-30 FPS by jumping up to epic. Pretty bad. And low settings we get 170 to 190 FPS as well, just in case you guys were wondering. Stay with me. Alright, now we're playing the game with an RTX 3050 now. I'm gonna stick it to epic settings. Hopefully it runs well. It should be doing much better than the 1060, but I guess we'll see. Let's go. Oh my god, we're getting 30 FPS still. That's so bad. I was expecting like 40-50 FPS at least. This might be a very demanding area. I think we were getting 30 FPS over the 1060. And there we go. Medium settings, we're finally getting 60 FPS. And the game still looks very good. And it's running like a 1060 right now, which is a bit weird because it's more powerful than a 1060, but FPS wise it's getting the same performance. But the main setting I'm pulling over 3050 I guess was DLSS and ray tracing, and this game has neither, so you're pretty much stuck with just a basic GPU I guess. Still runs pretty great though, 60 FPS lock. GPU is fully maxed out. Alright, that's more like it. 1080p. What settings are we playing at max settings? Medium. Okay, let's go ahead and push it up to max. I'm gonna keep playing on borderless just because I don't want to have any recording issues. Alright, playing the game at epic settings, 1080p with a 3080. Let's go. Game froze. Oh, thank god. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, the game looks so good. Epic settings looks really nice. We're only getting 90 FPS. And audio is cutting out. This feels so smooth. I think we were getting like 70 FPS, 60 FPS with a 3060 Ti, I think. It's been a while. But I think that was our FPS at 1080p epic. Now even for 1080p this looks really good. Okay, we're getting 80, oh my god, 70 FPS. I don't think this is going to be playable at 4K. If we're getting 80 FPS at 1080p, you need a 3080 to play a 6-year-old game. Interesting. 60 FPS at ultra. We are playing at epic settings, and epic settings is super demanding. Hold on, we gotta actually use I forgot to actually enable the custom fan curve for the GPU. It's gonna just sit at 80 degrees while the fans aren't spinning. I'm gonna get killed, aren't I? Please leave me alone. I'm innocent. Alright, let's go ahead and actually play at 4K now. And I might go back and play medium as well just to see. Oh my god, 50 FPS. The audio is bugging out again. Whoa, what are you doing so close? Back up. The fact that we're getting 40 FPS, 47 FPS with the 3080 is insane. The game looks insanely sharp though. 7-year-old game drags the 3080 down to 40 FPS. I'm gonna go ahead and play at medium settings as well after this just to take a look at how it runs normally. Epic settings is playing at epic settings is kind of unrealistic for 4K, especially for ARK. For other games, yeah, we'll be fine, but ARK is just, some settings are super taxing for no reason at all. Medium or high, you can probably get a similar result in quality, but far better performance. Okay, let's go ahead and play at medium settings just because I want to see what it realistically would play at. 4K, save it up. Jungle is a very demanding location as well, so the fact that we're getting 60 FPS medium settings is okay, I guess. It's not ideal for a 3080 to be playing at medium, but okay. The game looks pretty good though. I'm getting some pop-in though. Look at the pop-in there. Epic, we didn't have that. Looking real good. We were getting like 70 FPS, no, we're getting 60 FPS at 440p epic, so we pretty much doubled our FPS by playing at medium. 1080p medium settings, we're getting 170 FPS. Back up. Hey, back up. Yo, chill, back up, man. Hey. Okay, well, you win. I got ganged up on. Alright. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. If you did, give it a like, and a subscription, really highly appreciate it. See you next time.